whole sense of time falls away,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
And like what's left, this is your natural state.
Mm.
So a lot of
Hello, everyone. I'm Pamela Coons at the Wellness Radio TV. I am here with Haya Sharon Heller, who is an Ayurveda health coach. And I'm really excited that I am getting ready to get this treatment where you drip oil on your head, and it's very relaxing. And I am especially excited about it because we are in the season of Thanksgiving, being thankful and gratitude, and a season of giving with Christmas coming up. But it is also the season of stress. And so we're going to talk today about addressing the challenges of stress. Thank you very much for allowing us to come into your space today.
Well, thank you so much for coming over and trying on some Shirodhara.
Shirodhara.
Shiro is head, and Dara is to treat. So we'll be pouring some herbalized oil on your forehead and on your head. So this is a treatment that's part of Ayurveda. It's thousands of years old, and it's a treatment that's wonderful for reducing stress. It helps to nourish the brain, synchronizes brain waves. It increases circulation. It's very integrating and relaxing. So it's purifying yet energizing. And you have a very deep, deep, deep relaxation. It's hard to even explain. It's like saying, tell me what an apple tastes like if you never tasted an apple. You know, it's kind of something you need to experience.
Is this something that people can use on a regular basis, or how does it work? Once a week, once a month? The best way to utilize this practice?
So it's really according to the individual how to use the practice. Often it's combined with a massage, but it doesn't have to be. It's great for treating conditions of the nervous system, anxiety, worry, and brain health overall. So it can be used, sometimes people take a little retreat and do a few days in a row, having a deeper effect because your body remembers it. So each time you do it, you can go a little deeper. Some people come maybe a few in a row, and then they come back once every couple of weeks. It is also a component of a detox and rejuvenation program called Panchakarma, where it's combined with other things like diet and lifestyle and some other treatments of massage and steam and such to have a rejuvenating or detoxifying program.
Haya, we hear so much about the opioid epidemic. You know, we go through phases of epidemics that get talked about in the media a lot, whether it, before people were talking about substance abuses, whether alcohol, crack, cocaine, meth, and now we're talking about opioids. But really and truly, the one thing that has been consistent is stress, and stress is as dangerous, or even in some cases more dangerous than some of these other things that we're talking about. Is that not correct?
I think we're seeing an epidemic. The UN actually has termed stress a whole health epidemic.
The UN has called stress an epidemic.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And it's $1 trillion business. It's $1 trillion business. It's really at the root cause. They're saying almost between 70 and 90% of our major illnesses today have a stress component. When we look at cancer, diabetes, stroke, many health conditions at the root, stress is a contributor. And we're spending so much money on these illnesses and not fully addressing the root of stress. I mean, yes, some people are given medications and such, but we can look also at the root cause, plucking out the root and looking at where some of the stress can come from. Our relationship to things, the nature of things. They're studying that it depends. Everyone's stress reaction is different, so it's according to the individual.
Yeah, I was talking to, as a matter of fact, she has, her name is Macarena. She has Casa Micanopy, which is a retreat that you can go to, and she's a retired physician. But said what she noticed when her patients were diagnosed with cancer. how their health picture changed just with finding out that they had cancer. How stress was so detrimental to their bodies, which is why she started her retreat. Isn't that interesting? That your stress may be causing more damage than the actual
Well, we can
cancer.
look at the root cause of stress. What are the stressors? We have a certain amount of things that are natural stressors, and our body has a great mechanism, the fight or flight mechanism, designed to handle stress, and it goes in stages. So in the first stage, it might be something as similar as an ancient story. You walk into a dark room and you see something coiled up on the floor, and you can't tell, if it's the old days, you may think, oh, it's a snake, and you have a whole reaction as if there's a snake. So this is like the fight or flight. You turn on the light and you realize it's just a piece of rope. So we can have these kinds of stress responses to things. Often the light isn't fully on and we're not fully seeing, or we're having a memory of something, or our conditioned patterns or our minds think things should be different than they are, or our responses to things cause us great stress. So there are ways we can shift our relationship and catch it before the stress response becomes more chronic and ongoing. It's not designed to live in that mode day in and day out. So as the voice of the stress gets louder, it's doing more harmful things to our body, our minds, our nervous system, and affecting our relationships, our performance in life. So starting to recognize your stress patterns early on, and then using techniques to relax and reset, this cognitive, they saying stress can be cognitive. So we use the breathing techniques as well. Your breathing is a feedback loop to your mind, your emotions, and your cognition. So sometimes being able to pause and use some breath and shift your relationship to what's going on.
And there's so many things that can cause people stresses, from not feeling that you have the picture perfect family for the holidays, the Hallmark family on the card, or that you're not going to have enough money to buy the right gifts or any gifts, that you're not going to be with a certain person, whether it's a loved one that's deceased or a relationship that's broken up. How do people deal with the various stresses that come with the expectations of the holidays?
It's a way of life if someone's mind is functioning like that, or they're functioning day in and day out from a place of thinking life has to be a certain way. That's like a setup for failure and for stress. You're stressed out trying to get everything just the way your mind thinks it should be, rather than having a clean slate and just looking and being the observer to see how is it and how can I contribute. And contributing from a place of relaxation rather than getting frantic about things that have to be a certain way.
Yeah, and even the promotions for Christmas is called the hustle and bustle. Just that little phrase in of itself makes you feel like, ooh.
Yeah, do we have to buy into all of that?
But we all have.
Is there a way to, reframe our relationship to the holidays where we're, what's the vision and focus is to be able to have quality time with family or friends, or even if you're by yourself, to have contemplative time and using the subtleties of the joy of the season to help you grow as a person.
And as we're trying to go through the hustle and bustle and the shopping for our family, for our children, how does that impact the children that you're working so hard to get gifts for? How do we transfer that stress that we're feeling onto the rest of our family members, and mainly our children?
Well, I would imagine that, it's a pattern that families get into patterns, people get into patterns of being, so they're likely like that all the time, and then it just gets heightened at the holidays. So, you can start now with, if you're not already, recognizing if you're leaning into those patterns, and, making it's more of an inside job, quality time with your kids, giving them love and attention through your presence rather than presence, through being there for them, paying attention, listening to them.
But how do you talk kids through the Toys R Us commercials that are telling them that they're supposed to get presents, and then you say to your child, "But honey, I'm here with you." And you are not in the Toys R Us commercial, so they're not that happy that you're there with them. You know? It's like, listen, I was having dinner with my little niece. She's 6 years old, Taylor. Hello, Taylor. And I said to her, "Taylor, I understand you had a birthday." She said, "Yes, I did. And you didn't get me a present." She's 6.
Wow.
Because everything tells these kids that they're supposed to get some things, and people go in debt and they're paying interest on some toys, and they don't, the kid doesn't even know where the arm for the doll is, and you're still paying on it. So how do we help our children?
It sounds like a syndrome of everyone feeling separate and being validated on this level. And, when we let things like the advertising dominate kids rather than, being in nature, spending time together, and focusing on, maybe crafting things at home, cooking things, singing songs, playing games, and allowing things to be creative, thinking about others and how we impact other people at the holiday time.
Explain to everybody this treatment that I'm going to get today and how it's supposed to get me all calm.
Well, we're going to start with a massage to Pamela's head, face, neck, and shoulders. And then we're going to drip some herbalized oils that are warm on her forehead and on her head. And this stimulates many points on the head that relate to the nervous system. So it will, the oil will be moving across her forehead in specific patterns from side to side. So this opposite, going from side to side, is like a windshield wiper for your brain. It helps to purify and nourish the brain. There are places in the brain that are depleted when we have stress. The stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol, affect the brain. And so if we catch it early on, we can use this treatment of oil to nourish and restore the brain.
Is there any, has there been any work done on how this would help people with cognitive issues like Alzheimer's?
Yes, it's been helpful for things like Alzheimer's and dementia. It really nourishes the brain. And it increases circulation so that plaques don't form as quickly. So the plaques are a lot of the culprit in Alzheimer's and dementia. Things blocking. So it's a combination of cleansing and rejuvenating. It takes you into a very relaxed place called the alpha state, where you have an experience of your mind being so still, where time and space just fall away, and what's left is actually your natural state of being, which is extremely relaxing.
And most of us have not been there.
Most people live their lives not very far, they live their lives removed from their natural state.
Removed from my natural state of being.
There's so much leaning into everything out in the world, the shopping, the this, the mind, the thoughts. I have to do this. I have to, being the doer. Yes. So having breaks where that really becomes quiet and still, and you realize things spontaneously emerge when you're relaxed. I had a teacher once said to me, when you're stressed, you're good for nothing, and when you're relaxed, you're good for everything.
When you're stressed, you're good for nothing. When you're relaxed, you're good for everything. Well, I am going to, that's pretty good. I like that. Start my treatment of Shirodhara, and I'll let you know how it goes. Let's get started.
Okay. Taking a few breaths in and out. Exhaling, relaxing into the table. relax, your arms relax. Feel your spine relaxing even a little more. Feel your shoulders relaxed. Feel your face soften. I'm going to cover your eyes. And put something under your head to catch the oil. You're going to begin to feel some warm oil streaming on your forehead. And just breathe into the sensations. Allowing She's really relaxed. The whole sense of time falls away, right? Like what's left, this is your natural state. So a lot of, when you relax so deeply, it allows you to have an experience of yourself. Your self. Capital S, self.
Yeah. How long was it?
That was about 25 minutes.
Yeah, it seemed much shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. Wow.
Can you imagine giving someone this as a gift?
Oh, nice gift. Nice gift. So we have the oil. What?
Is it
So tell. Yeah, it's on. So what is the oil about?
So the oil is cleansing and nourishing. It's very nourishing, and we use an herbalized oil with specific herbs that help to calm the nervous system, rejuvenate the brain, the mind, emotions, and it's very calming. I mean, you felt a deep sense of calming, right? Having that warm oil streaming on the forehead and moving in patterns across the forehead helps rebalance, synchronize the hemispheres of the brain.
That seems pretty deep.
For something that's so simple, it's profound, it's subtle, but I think the greatest things in life are subtle. We expect these cacophonies of experiences. We're out there, a lot of people are overstimulating all their senses looking for these grand experiences, and they're actually just, they're fleeting, and when something so subtle of dropping into such a deep state of relaxation is actually giving you such a great sense of awareness of yourself. And people sometimes don't value things that are subtle or gentle. They're looking for bigger thrills. And of course, those kinds of things may offer you some opportunity to discover aspects of yourself as well. But it's really good to discover ourselves in a more well-rounded way.
Well, I got very, very relaxed. I fell asleep.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah.
You probably needed it.
Yeah.
And so the more you do it, every time you do this, it can be different. Because you're different every time. And your body knows it now. That was your first time when when it's your first time, you don't know what to expect. There is that little edge because you're not familiar. But once you're familiar with it, your body and your mind gets to know it, you can drop in even quicker to the experience and relax even deeper.
And what are the benefits? What should I be experiencing over the next 24 hours after something like this?
For everyone it's different, and each time you do it, for every individual it'll be different. It peels away layers, so it just depends what's there. For some people, they just have a deep sense of calm and relaxation. And then later on or tomorrow, you may feel an increase in energy and vitality. You may gain some insight, some clarity from being so still. You might have some creative or insightful wisdom that emerges. For some people, memories can come up, thoughts of old memories that they forgot all about resurface, and as long as you use that as an opportunity to let it go, then that's good too. It's a detox of experiences that have not been fully digested. So if those things come up, just to not ruminate on them, but to acknowledge it and let it go. So it depends on the person, but it's deeply relaxing, and you have an experience of yourself minus the mind, minus the thoughts, in such a relaxed state where the body and mind are just so relaxed that they're rejuvenating themselves.
What a wonderful gift to give during this season of gratitude and holiday giving to give someone this kind of gift to be with themselves and to find that state of relaxation that rejuvenates,
Right,
as
'cause
opposed
they-
to take the things that take away from us.
Isn't it like a gift when you give someone a gift, or you meet somebody, or you're with somebody? Don't they remember how you made them feel? So this is a gift that allows someone to feel something and experience something within themselves that's very purposeful.
Can children do this?
Yeah. Yes.
How young?
I mean, it really depends on the child for them to lay still. You know your child, for them to lay still. It's very good for any type of mental problem, mental illness, autism, brain injuries, things of that nature, anxiety, depression.
Wow. It's very, very good, very good. I just experienced
Shirodhara.
Shirodhara, the practice of using oil and warm oil to help reset things with the brain, and that was very, very nice, having the oil on my forehead like that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you for experiencing it.
Yeah.
I think it's important for people to know about these things, that they're available, and there are ways to take care of ourselves and the people we care about.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for joining us, and I hope you will find a place in yourself that you can. Hey, what am I supposed to be saying? Hope you. I'm pretty relaxed.
Treatment worked. Treatment successful. It did what it's supposed to do.
Hope you can find a place in your area, or even just going to a quiet place in your home. But this would be a great gift to give. If you're looking for something to give me, you can give me another one of these treatments. That
I'll
would
also
good.
be at the Gainesville Retreat Center in Gainesville. So if you want to come, and if you don't live in Gainesville and you want to come and have an experience of Ayurveda and a program designed for you, we have, I'm working together with Shanna Smith at the Gainesville Retreat Center. So
Nice.
yes, we can create a whole experience. Her center is on 108 acres of wildlife preserve here in Gainesville.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Nice. I'd like to come there and
Yes.
see that.
Yes.
That'd be very nice. In the meantime, as you are preparing for this season of holiday season, you take care of you first, because we can't take care of others until we take care of ourselves, and you please do that. I'm Pamela Coons at the Wellness Radio TV. Remember, there is healing at the well. Thank you.